Well, as the Chief Minister of Finance, Mr. Victor Banks, has weighed in on alleged human trafficking and the bribery matter purportedly involving his Minister for Infrastructure, Mr. Curtis Richardson. In recent weeks, the story has occupied social and the conventional media, with a number of persons throughout the island calling on the Chief Minister to dismiss the embattled Minister of Infrastructure over alleged statements made on an audio recording in relation to bribing a female St. Martin immigration officer in exchange for facilitating entry of a female Venezuelan into that country. Minister Richardson has denied the allegations and has dismissed the matter as chatter and gossip, but last week he prepared a statement. The island's Minister of Infrastructure said, "In life, many situations will arise." He said there's always a danger that what we hear and see can overshadow the truth and mislead us into poor judgment. So it is with this tape, he said. He stated further that in such a hostile environment, he must express his deep regret to disappointments and frustrations the published recordings has caused to Anguillans, the people of St. Martin, and several people throughout the world. He said he regret any distractions the AUF team and the AUF government had to deal with as an unnecessary addition to the already overloaded challenges in a time when the focus should be on moving the country forward. Chief Minister Banks, in his reaction, said his minister must be aware that they are government ministers 24 hours a day.
In my absence, I've heard that persons were calling on me to fire the minister. I want to see a number of things. The first thing is that as ministers of government, we must be aware of the fact that we have ministers of government 24 hours of the day. And even though it is reasonable that at times we'll have a light moments and we may say things, we also have to be cognizant of the fact that there are certain persons within the community that are just standing and waiting to take advantage of that situation when you speak, record it apparently, and put it in ways that fulfills their ill intentions, whatever those intentions are. So therefore we have to be increasingly careful. And of course, Mr. Curtis Richardson is a young minister and he has a particular style. As an individual, we all are different. But I have warned Mr. Richardson, and I've not warned him only to his face, but I've all warned him in public that you got to be careful, because he is somebody who is very funny, comedic. He says things, he's short-tempered, he says things from time to time, which you know, you would definitely not want to have said, and certainly he should not say things about his colleagues in public situations like that, because they could be misconstrued or they could be put to another reason. So to begin with, I think the minister should be warned that these things could have a dangerous effects. The other part of that issue is the fact that there are people within the community who have ill intentions and are prepared to use every means of trying to destroy other persons for whatever the reason they may be. And I think the social media has great value to contribute towards the dissemination of information, to ensure that messages get up there of a critical nature that are useful to society. But it also has the opportunity, it also be very negative in the way it deals with issues. And it is really unfair that a number of persons could so callously use the media to destroy and impact not only the person who made the statements, but also persons associated with that person, whether it's his family, his colleagues, or whatever. So I'm reaching out to the minister to be very careful. Yeah, I have always been very circumspect of what I say and where, but that is a part of my nature. And I'm also always grown to become aware of the fact that whenever you make a statement, whether you make it in the presence of one person or two, once you make it outside of yourself, you can rest assured that there's a possibility that that statement can go elsewhere. First and foremost, I think we have got to be careful the kind of statements we make about our colleagues to persons who, obviously don't support you and want to see the relationship between you and your colleagues destroyed. At the end of the day, whatever Mr. Richardson said, he would have said for one reason or the other, but he has made statements like of that nature to me in jest. I haven't taped it and carried it anywhere else. And the tape that have been circulated have no context where the other person who have been involved in that discourse, or what they had to say was not said. So it was manipulated in such a way that it could have that effect. I blame the minister for allowing himself to be caught up in that trap, and I'm sure that he would have learned a lesson. But certainly, I think that this is something that could happen to any of us once social media is around and people are in a position to do what they've done.